Just because you don't see progress, that does not mean there will never be progress. Your dua is the same. Assalamu alaikum guys. Today let's talk about why our dua does not get answered. So you know those times when you make so much dua for such a long time and it just does not get answered. And those are times like that where you're just like in such a tough time in your life where you're just looking for Allah's guidance and you just pray and pray and pray and make dua after every salah, every night before you sleep, every morning when you wake up. And you're just like, and you start like wondering, why isn't Allah listening, or why isn't Allah, responding in some sort of way to, guide me or something? So you start wondering these things and they get into your head, and these are the shaitan's waswasa, and you start doubting your love for Allah and Allah's love for you even. So to prevent these things, you need reminders, such as reminders from our beloved Prophet, or reading the Quran. Here's something very beautiful that our beloved Prophet, may peace be upon him, said. Your dua is answered in one of three ways. Allah gives you what you asked for, it delays for a better time, or protects you for something harmful. So either Allah gives you what you want, He either delays it for time for a better outcome maybe, or He protects you from something harmful if that dua gets answered. So you need to keep these three things in mind, because Allah looks at these things and then answers your dua. He doesn't want you to get in any harm when He answers your dua, because He knows best. He knows everything and you barely know anything. We only know our life. Allah knows every single human being, every single animal, every single being in the world's life. So you need to have that in mind, that if my dua isn't getting answered, it's probably getting delayed for a good thing, for a good time, or Allah's protecting me. That's why istaghfara is a prayer that I'll probably get into in another video. You pray that to, get harmful things out of your life and stuff. And that's just also a very beautiful way that Allah has us protect ourselves. So maybe your dua is being answered, just differently and slowly. And, it takes time. So you need to keep those things in mind. Maybe Allah is just protecting you from heartbreak, from a big pain that you're not aware of and you would have been aware of if He answered that dua. And maybe He's teaching you sabr, patience, and that's the most beautiful virtue that Allah has given us, the most beautiful blessing. I think sabr is such a beautiful thing when a human excels at it. Patience is amazing. So He's teaching you to have sabr before He gives you a blessing, before He blesses you with the thing you've so desperately wanted. So this is just an example. Even you could apply this to everyday life. A dua can be a goal, okay? You're working towards a goal and you don't see progress and you're just like giving up. Don't give up. Whether that's a Islamic goal or whether that's a personal goal, a school goal, or, just normal goals. Just because you don't see progress, that does not mean there will never be progress. Your dua is the same. Just because it's not getting answered, that does not mean it will never answer. It's very simple when you think about it. Your dua is just in the process. It's like when you send mail, you send mail to your friends. Well, we don't now, we just text them because technology has evolved. But back in the days where I wasn't even alive, you would send letters and stuff. You would wait for their reply. Just wait for Allah's reply. This is not a text messaging thing. This is you duaing to your beautiful Lord. It's a big deal if you genuinely think about it. You can't just expect Him to. You see, Allah never says no. Allah has never said no. He just says not yet, or I have better, or you will get better, or have sabr. So it's never no. And if it's your first time praying to Allah for something big you want, then you'll get the outcome and you'll see. But if this is your many times you've prayed in your life, I know I prayed once and a dua of mine got answered 10 years later. I prayed for 10 years. I started praying when I was 5 years old, guys. And I got it when I was 15. So it takes time. And I genuinely was losing hope when I was 13 or 14. And I was like, okay, so I've been praying every single day for 9 years, 8 years. And I kept going because I genuinely wanted that, and I genuinely had, trust in Allah. surrounded by people telling me that, oh, Allah will give it to you no matter what. So I had sabr and I had trust and tawakkul, and it happened so beautifully that I could not have asked Allah for a better outcome from that prayer. And I hope He answers more of mine, maybe sooner, but it takes time for beautiful du'as to come true. So one day you'll look back and realize why He made you wait. And as for experience, I did look back and I did see why He made me wait and why anything and everything happened. So it all happens at a pace, at a certain time. You just have tawakkul and sabr, patience and trust in Allah and your Lord, and it will, inshallah, be well, the outcome for all of us, for you, for me, for your surroundings, my surroundings, and the environment we're in. And yeah, don't forget to pray for Palestine. Jazakallah khair for watching, guys.